Hey guys, Wells Knight here, and welcome back to another episode from the Hermitcraft server. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I am having a fantastic day, and today we are going for take two. These houses, I built them a couple episodes ago, and they're pretty bad. They're actually really bad. I kind of hate them. Some of you on the episode when I built these, some of you left really nice comments. There weren't very many comments about the houses themselves, about how great they were. There were lots of nice comments about how I'm a wonderful person and you love my videos and all that sort of things. And then there were some people who were honest and said, these houses look like a steaming pile of poo. And I have to agree. They're not good. They're actually really bad. And they're just lacking depth and detail, and they look a little weird and out of place, and we can do so much better. So I want to try and work on these today. I think what I'm going to do, I like the placement of them. I think they're located in the right spot, but other than that, they're kind of meh. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tear them all down, and we're going to try some other things and see if we can get these looking a lot better than they do right now. So let me get these torn down, and then I'll be back. Alright guys, I am back, and I think I've got this figured out. I've spent some time in a creative testing world trying to come up with an idea that I like, and I think I have something, and we are going to do kind of a complete 180 on what we had originally worked out. So, the first thing we're going to have to do is lay out some stuff, okay? And basically, these houses are going to be very different in style to what we had before. They're going to be kind of Tudor-style houses, which would fit with the kind of medieval time period, like the late Middle Ages, Tudor houses. That's really where that style actually comes from. But anyway, let's grab ourselves a fair amount of oak wood logs and see what we can come up with here. So I think I'm not going to worry about the way the stone, well, we can adjust the path later if needed. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's actually shift this over like 1. So we'll go 5 there. And then we'll go maybe 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go 3. 1, 2, 3 block. We're going to kind of change some things around a bit. And I think it'll be really good, actually, once everything is done. We're going to put you right here. I'm just kind of dividing this whole thing up into sections, and then we'll go 3. I'd like to have a kind of wider section over here. Maybe we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and do this instead. And then we'll do something, we'll adjust that in a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Want to make sure I have mostly odd numbers here. I think that'll be best. Let's see, there's an intersection there. We'll bring that one back. 1, 2, 3. Are we going to run into the house? Well, no, we won't quite run into the road. We still have some room over here as well. Maybe we'll bring that out one more. And then here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll go like there. Here, and maybe a third like that. Now, here's the deal, right? These houses, they're not going to be, I'm not really planning on doing a lot of interior type stuff for them. So if there's not really a whole lot of space in between, inside, if they're not practical on the inside, I'm honestly pretty okay with that. I don't think it needs to be done. I think we'll be fine, and I'm more concerned, I'm infinitely more concerned with how they look on the outside. I want them to look good on the outside, and I'm really not concerned with how they look in the inside. So we're going to kind of do some things that wouldn't be practical if I was actually going to be living in these houses, because we won't really have any interior space. But it will look infinitely better than it did before. Now, the other thing is, as well, I really need, I really need to get some concrete, because we're going to use a lot of white concrete and white concrete powder here. And I think what I should do is make like a little concrete collection type thing. So let's grab some chests. Let's grab some iron. That should be plenty. And let's go like, let's see. I'm trying to think of, let's do maybe, yeah, let's just do 12. Let's do a stack's worth, and that will hopefully be enough for what I need. And then we're just going to make like a little concrete powder conversion collection area thing. It'll be temporary for now, but we'll probably make a proper one. I see that this area is not as lit up as oh yeah. Yeah, look at all the zombies over here. That's not lit up at all. We need to do something about that. Do I have any torches? I've got torches. Oh, I just put them in the chest. Come back, you. Let's just go like this. Torch this area up. Go away, zombie. We're just going to kind of do something like that to kind of get some light in here, make it a little bit safer. I don't want zombies coming to interrupt me as I'm trying to build. There we go. That should be good. Now, let's sleep real quick, and then we'll do our concrete conversion thingy. There we go. Okay. Eat a little bit of food. And here, I guess we'll just set it up like right here. This will be fine. So then we're going to go like so. And we'll feed hoppers into each other. Like this, I guess. That'll be fine. And then let's grab a little bit of stone brick or similar. I guess I'll need some stone stairs as well. We'll put this here. I'm going to make a little staircase up. Let's get up here. There we go. And we're just basically going to make like a little ring around this. And hopefully that will catch any concrete that falls. So we'll do that. Ooh, this actually needs to be a little bit bigger, doesn't it? Yeah, it's going to have to be a little bit bigger than it is right now. Okay, that's fine. I should have enough hoppers because I think I've got a couple extra right here. Okay, cool. So let's just scoot this little part back. We'll go like so. And then put this guy here because I'm going to have to stand here. Yes, this should work. Okay. And all of that ultimately feeds into this chest right here. So if I do that, and then we grab some white concrete powder. Oh, where's this pouring out? Right over here? Nope. Can I... Where? Hopper! Oh, there it is. I think it... Yeah. I see. It's popping out right... The, place? Why? Grr. Let's draw. Give me my water back. What broke? I want you to go there. There we go. Now it should work without water pouring out the sides. So if I put this here, we can put this in our offhand, and I'll have to hold shift, but this should still work, and it should catch all of... I wonder if I could probably, now that I think about it, I could just put the hopper under the one spot. That was way more hoppers than I actually needed. Or the other option as well would be to look right here. That messed it up, though. I broke it. I broke it. It's okay. It's fine. So let's put you back. Put you here. And... Nope. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna have to do it the other way. That's fine. Anyway, I'm gonna make a whole bunch of white concrete, and then I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. I changed it up a little bit. This is just as effective. But anyway, I've got a whole bunch of white concrete powder. So here's what we're going to do. I also need a couple of these. So we're gonna put you right here. And we're basically just going to do something like, wait a minute. That's going to come over here. Yeah. There we go. So we're just going to do something along these lines, right? And basically anywhere where we would have a slab, or an intersection, I should say, like here, we're just going to do something like that. That gives us a little bit of space back here, but I think that's okay. How wide is this? This is 3. I'm kind of thinking I want to change that a little bit, and we'll go like this instead, and then we'll move the road accordingly. I think that'll be a little bit better. So this one right here would be a bit wider, right? Like so. Something like that, I think, will be good. So we'll have a 5 wide, a 5 wide, a 3, yeah. Okay, so then I'm gonna build this up 3 high. Oh, by the way, a lot of you ask, I get this question every time, almost every episode. How do you do this? And it's middle mouse click. It was added in 1.11, I think. Might have been one of the first snapshots for 1.12, but I'm pretty sure it was added in one of the official releases. But it's actually a feature within Minecraft. It's select block middle mouse button, your scroll wheel basically. Anyway, we're gonna build this up like so. Okay, and I think that will be good. Then we're going to take you, and we'll build these up a bit higher. That one as well. And also that one and that one, right? Yes, good. Okay. So we'll do that, and then let's go 1, 2, 3. Oh, I fell. Let's just do stairs. Easy enough. Those are temporary. So let's build these up another 3 above where they were a minute ago. And maybe these ones, actually, we may go even higher. Or actually, maybe we'll go higher over there. I don't know. Either way, I'm going to sort this out. And I'm out of oak. But I want to kind of, I don't want to do all of this on camera because it is going to be pretty time consuming. But I want to kind of give you guys the general idea of what we're doing here. So let's build these guys up as well. There we go. And then we're going to take ourselves... Do I not have a workbench? Crafting bench? Anywhere. Somewhere. Apparently not. Okay. We're going to take spruce slabs, and at this level, we're going to put spruce slabs like this. Okay? And then, well, tell you what, let me get some work on this done, and I'll come back to you in just a little bit. All right, guys, I am back, so you can kind of see here what I'm going for, right? We're going to have kind of these little sections that will sort of stick out a little bit, and we're going to have, as a background, white concrete powder, and bone blocks. Now, I happen to have a very nice, super awesome skeleton farm that will get me all the bone meal that I need to make all these things, which is great. And it was something I hadn't considered because normally I don't have a super amazing skeleton farm that gets me all the things, or at least I didn't last season. So I hadn't actually thought about using bone blocks, and I was looking at some things and I was like, wow, why am I not using the bone blocks? That's a thing that I should be doing. Let me grab some ender pearls. There we go. Now, the roof on these is going to be dark oak, and it's almost all going to be dark oak slabs, I think. So we're going to have kind of something like this, right? And then it'll kind of come up, and here it will kind of come up. Over here, I think that'll probably be enough. And then we'll take these spruce slabs right here. Oh, I can't do it right there. Okay. We'll do it up here, like so. There we go. So we'll get kind of this little roof on these side bits like this, which I think will be really good. And then we just need to kind of adjust the roof accordingly, right? So maybe we do something like that. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then this will be like one little section of the house that's kind of sticking out just a little bit, right? Right here. And then the other roof sections will be kind of similar. We may have a spot over in here that we raise up as well to make that a little bit more interesting. You guys will kind of get the idea as we're going here. Let's sort of do something like that. This one's going to be a little weird. Maybe not. Maybe we can get away with it. There. Break you. Do that. Yeah, there we go. And then here. Let's see. There, we're going to have to go up. Like so, I think. That should be fine. We'll do a slab like so. And we're just kind of rounding off. Kind of rounding off these edges a little bit, right? Can you sort of see what I mean by this? Right? Kind of come up. That's not where I want it. We want that to go here. And we're kind of making a roof that sort of looks like a blob. A little bit. It looks a little bit blob-like. But that's, you know what? I think it's okay. And that doesn't look too bad. I think this hangs down a little bit too low. Let's just get rid of those ones. Yeah, that looks all right. So something like that on this section. And then the upper sections, it's going to be kind of the same thing. But the idea here is that we get a little bit of depth as we change elevation. So let me get some work done on the upper sections here, and then I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. I have a real quick thing that I just want to cover that I should probably mention to you. I have thought about this long and hard, and I've decided to make one change that is a relatively significant one as far as texture packs go. So let's just kind of do a little bit of a mock-up here. Just super quick, right? So we'll do that. We'll get a little bit of white concrete powder. And I'm just going to kind of mix a little bit of that in like so, and maybe like that. Call that good, okay? So, this is the glass that I have been using up until this point. And as far as the blocks are concerned, it's going to stay just like that. Also, as far as panes are concerned, they're going to stay like that as well. However, I've thought about it a lot, and I'm going to use the glass pane texture from my Kingdoms texture pack for Hermitcraft Season 5. I've thought about it a lot. As far as the panes go, I really think that this is going to be a good option. It's really going to help with our castle building project, because the thing is, there's really no glass panes that look good. And I thought about using maybe fences or something like that for the windows, but that just looks a little funky as well. And I was thinking about it, and after a lot of deliberation, I've decided that I'm going to use this glass pane texture. It's the only texture that's going to be changed. So my texture pack that I'm using for Hermitcraft still only modifies the glass, and the only glass pane that's going to be modified is just the regular glass pane texture. But it's going to look something like this. So that is the plan. Just wanted to give you a heads up on that. But anyway, let me get back to work on the house. All right, guys, I am back, and I have made a little bit of progress. That is to say, I've pretty much finished it. It's looking good. I like it a lot. So you can see kind of some of the details that we've worked in. We got the roof all in place. It looks a little messy, which is good. It fits with the build. I think it's all... I'm quite happy with it, actually. It looks a little weird when you look at it from the air. Fly, please. Fly. There we go. Sometimes taking off is so difficult. You can see it looks a little bit weird when you look at it from up here, but I think that's okay. And it doesn't look like super bad. It's just a little bizarre. We could potentially do something on this, but I don't know. I think it's fine. However, you can see how we've worked a little bit of details, and you'll also notice some other things about the road as well. The road goes basically right up against these houses, right? They're like right on the road, even kind of wrapping around here. This one has like a little bit of a garden over here. We've used a couple of leaves, couple of bushes to add in some greenery, couple planter boxes, flower boxes up kind of on these upper little levels that stick out a little bit. Lots of trapdoors as like window shutters, basically. All in all, I think this looks really good. There's so many little details in it. We also added kind of a cobblestone wrap around the foundation to make it kind of stick out a little bit. And I think that actually works really well. We're just not going to look at some of the backside, which I'm not going to worry about today. But maybe in the future, we'll have to see. Now, the inside, this is the inside. I don't think I'm going to do anything with this. I may decide eventually to come back and divide this up and do interiors on some of these, but I'm not really planning on it, at least not currently. Now, the idea here, though, is that this would actually be several houses all in one, right? So this little section right here, this would be a house. This would be a house over here. This would maybe be a house. Like, it's very hard to say with the walls the way they are, but in reality, walls are not a meter thick. So, yeah, that's a thing. But you can see it works out really well, and it does a good job of kind of following the contours of the road that we laid out, while still looking like it all flows and everything like that. And if you can imagine structures like this on both sides of the road, you can kind of get an idea of the vision that I'm going to be going for with the castle town, with the city, right? Also, I should also mention the grass. Most of this grass is going to go away. As time goes on, it will be replaced with other things, of course, dirt in some spots, little gardens, stuff like that. But most of the interior of the grounds will be paved, which is another reason that we need this lighter stone so it contrasts with the walls, because in a lot of places this road is actually going to go right up against the walls, and you need to kind of be able to see where one starts and the other begins. But yeah, I'm loving this. I'm loving this style, and this is kind of the first time that I can think of that I've built in this sort of a style. I've done some similar things in the past. The farming village, Anona, in my single-player Kingdoms world, is kind of similar to this, but not nearly as detailed. This is definitely a bit more detailed than what you would see there. Maybe the Elven house that I built in Season 4 of Hermitcraft is kind of like this in the detail sense, but not really. I mean, this is really the first time that I've built in this particular style, and I like it. I like it a lot, in fact. It's been fun, and it's cool to see how you can kind of work in these other details when you start, when you do the roof like this. Doing the roof in slabs and just kind of making the roof fit with the contours of the rest of the build, however you want to do it, really opens up some options to work in a lot of depth and details and things like that, and I think it's really good. So this is going to be kind of the style that the majority of the houses are going to be built in the castle. Now, not all of them, because this would be a house that would be more kind of upper class, right? They'd be able to afford these kind of Tudor-style houses, whereas the poorer folk, the really poor peasants, would probably live more in like huts that would be like wood and maybe straw even. Might have to do some stuff, see if I can work out a hay bale roof, as much as I hate the idea of getting that much wheat. But this would be kind of an upper class house, and in fact, this neighborhood right here would be kind of upper class. The majority of the neighborhoods within the walls, in fact, would be kind of upper class, because they would be able to afford to live within the protection of the walls. The people living out there beyond the walls, those would be the really poorer folk, the farmers and the peasants and stuff like that. So we'll have to see, but this kind of gives you an idea of what I'm going to be going for, and if you can imagine the roads winding throughout the city, and the roads rather being defined as blocks that I've placed in the ground, like this, as pathways, the roads instead will be defined by where you can fit between the buildings, if that makes sense. That's kind of what we're going to be going for. I'm probably going to widen this a bit, so we have about 5 or 6 blocks of space on either side of the road. And that'll be kind of the main roads will be like that. And then the back alleys will be like, a block or two where you can kind of squeeze back behind. And maybe we'll do some kind of sneaky stuff in the back alleys. There'll be like black markets and kind of shady merchants and stuff like that. Who knows? But I have to say, I'm really happy with this. I love the way that it turned out. I think it's fantastic. And I hope you guys like this style and enjoy it as much as I do, because we're going to be doing a lot of this over the course of this entire project. We have so much space to fill in this castle, and this is how we're going to do it, for a lot of it anyway. But guys, unfortunately, I am out of time for this episode. So my friends, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.